Welcome to this week's Whiskey Burn. Bushmills 12, new to the market, or is it simply just replacing the 10-year-old? So, first of all, like, subscribe, and make sure you comment on these videos because it means I can help improve and make them better for you guys and for me. So, Bushmills 12, are they simply replacing the 10? So yes, half a bottle's gone. My friend and I decided when we were out just to buy half a bottle each, so basically I've been left with a bottle, bless him, and he has the other half bottle. Anyway, don't worry about that. The 12, it's been done with a few other brands where they've had a staple 10-year-old and then decided to change and make it a 12. Tried this at the Midlands Whiskey Festival back in September, where you couldn't buy it, and she said it was going to be available at the supermarket for around £30. When it got released about a month ago, it was around £45, and then it dropped and dropped and dropped. I think we got this for around £35. It's blue, whereas the gold is the 10-year-old. It's pretty much the same packaging as the 10-year-old, but does it taste any different? Now you're going to go, well, where's your 10? I finished the 10 literally before we got this, but I can remember what it tastes like. But this is matured in Oloroso sherry and bourbon before finishing in masala cask. Give this triple wood single malt whiskey its rich dried fruit and sherry complexity. So, bit of spice, lots of fruit, and a bit of a sherry kick. So, there we go. Whilst I'm saying that, someone has been complaining about me using a glass for ice, so I've been sent this lovely ice decanter. It's huge, from a viewer called Carol. So thank you very much for that, Carol. And there it is, being used. I do like the deep blue colour. Back to the Bushmills. I like the colour and the gold writing on the side, and it's very similar to the back. It's sort of their staple look, which I really actually quite like. I like, for those regular viewers, I like the sort of shorter, stubbier bottles. Lots of writing on the glass there. Not much on the back at all, really. At all. Just drink responsibly, which you should really do. But it's 12 years this time. It says triple distilled in Ireland, the old Bushmills distillery. So let's get into it. Exactly what it says on the tin. Dried fruit with a sherry kick. And that's had a little bit of air in, so should get more of what they're expecting you to get. Now, when we were at Midlands Whiskey Festival, we asked the lady at Bushmills, who we've met before at a few of these things, we said to her, is this replacing the 10? And she said, no, not at all. They just decided to make a 12-year-old. What have I been reading online is 10 years going, the 10 is going, the 10-year-old Bushmills is going to go. Can't believe it. They're bringing out a 12. So here's the 12. Oh, I do like Irish whiskey. I think there's something about it. If you've not tried Irish whiskey, try it. It's just something different. It has more of a creaminess to it. And you get that. So this is 40% and a 70 centilitre bottle. Which is sort of standard, really. Usual tin. Get a bit of air in that. That's a decent slug. Have a look at that colour. Glass is a bit dirty, actually. Better get that washed. Very nice indeed. So, the masala is going to give it that little sweet kick, because that is a sweet wine. And then obviously you've got the Oloroso, which is sherry. So I'm hoping that this really will be a cross between dried fruits with a bit of sweet. I'm getting a tiny bit of vanilla, tiny bit right at the end. So dried fruits, teeny bit of sherry and a teeny bit of vanilla. Oh. So if you don't remember last week's, I was talking about when you have your first little sip of whiskey, you need to swill around the mouth a little bit before swallowing it because your next one will be your true taste in it. Air's getting to this and it's just simmering it down. It's calming your whiskey down, which is what you want. You want a nice, calm whiskey. It doesn't mean you can't taste it and try it beforehand. That's so smooth. A little bit of the sherry kick at the back, a little kick of the spice, but that is a very smooth drink. It doesn't give you the alcohol pow kick. It's relatively thick. It's smooth as it goes down. I get a tiny little bit on the tongue. Let's see what it's like with an ice in it and go from there. So, do you think this is going to replace the Bushmills 10? If I'm honest, from what memory serves, the 10 and the 12 are very similar with tastes. I'm not sure there's a massive difference. However, I've been wrong in the past. The 16-year-old Bushmills, which was my whiskey of 2024, I'll be doing my top 3 whiskies of 2025 later this year, just before Christmas. Definitely get more of the fruits out with the ice. It's crazy, you should try it. Try doing this test and also try leaving your whiskey 20 minutes. Makes a difference. It really does. Obviously it calms it and it cools it. So, okay. Straight away. You still just get that little spice kick at the back of the throat. And I'd say that's got a short finish. So, to me, it's very similar to the 10. What I'm probably going to do is buy a 10 just to leave it at the back of a cupboard, because it's not an expensive whiskey, just on the off chance that they do stop making the 10, and then you can keep it. And who knows, it might be worth something sometime down the line. Now, there are those people who go, no, whiskey's made for drinking, but you know, that could be a cheap investment that in 10 years' time could be worth a bit more. So who knows? But there we go. There's the Bushmills 12, new to the market. Blue, gold, white, looks nice, smells nice. That is a lovely whiskey. That is not expensive. Looks great. If you like dried fruits, a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of spice, that's the one for you, even with ice or without ice. There you go. Bushmills 12. They'll catch on, especially if they get rid of the 10. But I can't guarantee that. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm a big fan of Bushmills. Anyway, that's it for this week. Next week, I've got a Filey Bay whiskey with a twist. So make sure you join me for that one. But that's it for this week. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Bushmills 12. Enjoy your whiskey. Sláinte.